Today is June 17, 2013. Here I am in San Jose, California. And here I am with Mr. Okay, I'm going to take an interview of a very, very enterprising, entrepreneurial engineer who has come to this country and done this wonderful job. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Sajjad Mir.
Okay, and your educational background?
I did my BS in Southern California as well as a master's in electrical engineering.
Okay. And when was that?
Long time ago.
Okay.
You want to know? I was 69. I did my BS
Okay.
and 72 my MS.
Did you come here with a lot of money and wealth?
Lots of it.
Okay.
Maybe $100 in my pocket.
Okay, so you started from the ground practically when you came over here.
Yeah.
Okay, today Mr. Sajjad Mir has a company called Hastest and
Solutions.
Hastest Solutions, which is based in San Jose, California. And I would like you to tell me what is Hastest.
Hastest is a company that does environmental testing for materials.
Okay.
Any material, any industry,
Okay.
any part of the world.
Okay.
And what I'm looking at...
What is this?
This is a chamber that's specified for testing all the environmental conditions for solar energy.
Solar.
Solar panels, solar modules. There's a requirement, there's mill standard requirements as well as IEC requirements.
Okay.
So it meets the requirements for temperature cycling,
Okay.
humidity,
Okay.
it's called damp heat,
Okay.
and humidity freeze test, where you include the temperature cycling as well as the low temperature.
So all solar panels and all equipment, like in everything that goes out onto a solar field,
Yes,
are tested by the chambers that
This
you are
chamber
building.
will provide the capability of testing that.
Okay, so if like in the Middle East where the temperature goes very, very high, it has to be certified by your company in these chambers?
We provide the chambers, and the company who does the testing will do that. Eventually, we'll also do some testing here,
Okay.
where we can certify that.
So you can provide, suppose a company in the Middle East wants a product that has to be shipped.
Yes.
So then the EPC contractor can put in a clause that it has to be tested before it is sent over for the heat and the dust and the... And you were saying something about a dust chamber and
Yes.
sand chamber that you installed. Can you explain a little bit about that, please?
Yes. One of the requirements for any part that are exposed to sand and dust testing is going through some mill standards.
Oh, you got to speak a little bit louder.
Okay. One of the requirements for any components, materials, systems, subsystems that are used in the sand and dust conditions of, for example, the Middle East, Afghanistan, or any
Central
other part of the
Asia,
world,
anywhere,
in the
Africa,
world.
okay.
Every
Okay.
region has its own requirements.
Okay.
So we can produce, we make the chambers
Okay.
that will meet those requirements.
Okay.
The basic requirements are it has to meet the temperature,
Okay.
certain temperature ranges.
Okay.
Humidity has to be less than certain percent, with 30%,
Okay.
and the airspeed, as well as the concentration of dust or sand.
Okay.
You have to meet that. So we are one of the leading companies, we think, in the world, who is making the dual sand and dust chamber.
Dual.
Dual.
Means
where
both.
One chamber can do the dust testing or
Okay.
the sand testing.
Okay.
Most companies can make either sand or dust.
Okay.
So under certain size limits, we have been able to create a dual chamber that can do both.
Okay, so what I'm understanding is you do heat testing, dust testing, wind testing, and sand testing.
Any condition of environment.
Okay.
So we have reached a point where we can say, what do you want? What
Okay.
environment do you want to simulate or emulate or
Okay.
create? And we can do that.
You can do that.
Yes.
So what it means that all, like you were talking about the wind turbine blades.
Yes.
What was that?
The wind turbine blade is where the materials used for the blades are a very important part of the wind turbines.
Oh, right.
So the vendor, the supplier, the manufacturer has to make sure that those materials, when exposed to those conditions, will meet the requirements a certain amount of time, which is sometimes 15 years, sometimes 25 years.
Okay.
So they have to undergo those testings to verify and make sure they do indeed meet this. So we do the accelerated, that's why they have to do the accelerated test.
Okay.
You cannot do a 15-year test.
So any company that is making components for the wind turbine, like the blade or the nacelle or the gearbox or the shaft and all of that.
Anything that's exposed to those conditions, we can simulate those conditions for that.
Okay. So now you are in here, you can take the work from, suppose any EPC contractor wants to make sure that the equipment will stand the heat and the wind and the dust and all of that.
Yes.
They can be all tested before it is shipped to the site.
Yes.
And you can give the certificate that this is tested and it will withstand all those extreme elements of.
Are you talking about the actual product or the chamber?
No, the test for the product,
Yeah,
you can give the certificate that this has been tested.
Yeah, that the chamber will meet those conditions where those components or the products or material can be tested in there.
Okay. So you also do the material testing here?
We are just starting out on that. We started about a year ago.
Okay. Okay.
And now the latest one that we have is it's called the rain, wind, and salt spray chamber.
Okay. So this is that chamber.
We're just starting the manufacturing in our facility here.
Okay.
As you can see, it's a pretty big chamber. It can handle that 30 feet wide by 8 feet high by 9 feet deep test specimen.
Okay.
What you're looking at is these are the water tanks,
Okay.
which will be placed in the back.
Okay.
And that's where the water circulation will take place.
Okay.
So
So all of the testing is done here. All components can be tested in this facility that you have.
yes.
And can you give your website? What is?
Yeah, www.hastest, HASTEST.com.
Okay. And you have a 800 number as well, and then all the information is on your website.
It's on the website.
And you can ship anywhere in the world.
We have shipping anywhere in the world today.
Okay, and because it is made here in the United States, so you can get the Exim Bank financing for the customer also.
Okay, I think so.
Good, great. Thank you very much. And I'm going to put this on YouTube, and this way, see, a lot of people don't know that we have a facility here which can do all of these testing and all of that. And specifically, since the product are going to extreme conditions, solar farms are put out in the deserts where it becomes very, very, very hot.
Hot and humid.
And humid and dust.
And
And then the temperature variation between day and night is very much. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the time that you have taken to explain everything. God bless
I hope
you.
I've done enough damage.
Thank you so much.